It's yours truly, Rico Vibes, and welcome to another edition of Take Five. I got a wonderful, wonderful mother, one of the strongest mothers that I know in the building. Miss Zona, how are you?
I am awesome, and how are you?
I'm
Mr.
good. I'm
Rico?
good. Good to see you.
Great, same here.
You know.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's been my pleasure. You know, I wish it was under different circumstances.
Yes.
But you've been supposed to be here for a couple of years now. Oh.
Yes.
But I've given you time
Yes, to heal.
to heal.
Yes.
Shameeka and Levoy.
Shakeema
Shakeema. Sorry.
and Levoy.
And Levoy.
Yes.
Talk about them.
Okay. When we talk about Shakeema and Levoy, we're talking about some great, awesome young lady and young man. I'm not even going to place them as kids anymore because they left us as young adults.
Correct.
They were awesome, beautiful, bubbly, blessed, great kids. Great kids. They love everyone. They helped everyone. They did everything that they could,
Yeah.
you know, to please anyone and everyone in life.
Right.
If I would say they lived an awesome life before they left here. They did, with no regrets, except for one. We all know.
Yeah. Levoy, I was a mentor to him
Oh God.
because I was teaching him photography.
Yes.
And I was devastated.
There's so much equipment you taught him to buy.
Yeah.
It's so much equipment that I had to really give away. I meant to give a lot of it to you. I still have equipment. I need you to teach me
You sure?
how to
Yeah.
go in it now because there's
Yeah.
a lot of pictures and a lot of stuff, a lot of parties he did that
Yeah.
they never even
Never got
gotten
the
their
pictures.
pictures. And the only one I could think of to help me would be you and David
Yeah.
Driveway, you know, Cam.
This was the year 2021.
Yes.
What happened?
What really took place with 2021, 10/27/2021, the night I lost my children. My daughter and my daughter's husband, they were going through some domestic violence, which is very serious these days. Nowadays, this is why I'm glad you have me on here, because a lot of youngins need to know that, you know, it starts with the arguing, you know, cheating, arguing, lying, manipulating, it's a lot. It was confusion. My daughter didn't share a lot with me. She hid a lot because she was afraid of what Zona would do and defend her with.
Yeah.
And that night, Jaquavius had planned, and he how would you put it? There's a word for it. He orchestrated. He planned all of this. This was planned from like the beginning of October. Let's go back. If I go back on, he took off the cameras. He went across the street to the neighbors to ask them if their cameras was working the night prior to him killing them. Then he came home. He got there about 8:35. Levoy got there about 8:37. Levoy sat outside. Shakeema and Jaquavius were going through some serious marital status that a lot of it I was not aware of. I'll be very honest with you. And I didn't know about the babies, the sneaking around. It was two that came to testify at court. One was his, one wasn't. And thank God for her because they were really the ones who really helped us catch him. Because he was manipulating the police. He was telling lies just like he did with my daughter. He was lying. He had his brother. I may go through the story real quick, but
Take your time.
Jaquavius had his brother to go take 2 DNA tests for him to hide the babies. It came out because my daughter's a deputy sheriff that he was lying and he claimed that my daughter knew all about this. The young lady said my daughter knew. My daughter didn't know nothing. They subpoenaed her to come to court. Nevertheless, to my understanding, she called him about the court papers to give it to her lawyer. At this time, he freaked out. She's gonna divorce me. She's finished. She don't want no more of him. And this is what I'm hearing bits and pieces from friends and close, relatives that knew the situation. Like I said, I'm blind to it all. I don't know anything going on because my daughter know. He'd have been out the door immediately. I'm not this big bad wolf, but when it came down to my 3 cubs, I'm going to defend them to the max. Mm-hmm. Nevertheless, moving along, he lied. He had the brother do the DNA test. Now, the court date prior to Shakeema and Levoy dying was the next day, the 28th. He didn't want my daughter to find out what was going on in his life. He was lying to her the whole time. He never told her the truth. But if you look at this baby face, it's cut his neck off, it's his child. I didn't know about the second one. When after she passed away, then I realized what was going on. And Levoy really was collateral access. You want to say at the wrong place at the wrong time. Did he damage these kids in such a way? The horrific pictures I had to see of my children, the things I had to process in the door, and just take heed to it, because what could I do?
How did you hear about it?
Jaquavius.
He called
me. Hold on, okay?
Wow.
Now I'm sleeping. Earlier that day, I went to the lawyer's office. I had to take care of some business. I told Shakeema I had just found her. This is crazy. I just found her birth certificate. My daughter's born 3/27, which her birthday is Friday. Mm-hmm. And I found the birth certificate, and I said, Shakeema, I found your birth certificate. She said, I told you mine was somewhere in the house. You just didn't want to look for it. I said, okay, I'm going to bring it over this afternoon. This is the 27th of October. Same day she was born, same day she was lost, only a different month. So I took the birth certificate and seen her that day, last time. Levoy now calls me. It was another friend of ours. I don't know if you may have known him, Lego. He used to do okay. Lego died the same day as my son. And my son called me about 7:30 and said, Ma, Uncle Rella, he called Rella, Uncle Rella. He said, Uncle Rella just called me and said to tell you that Lego just let go. So about 10, I fell back asleep. I said, okay, I'll go see them tomorrow. Went to sleep, gets a call about 10:28. Miss Zona, not even Ma, not nothing. Miss Zona, your kids is shot. They dead. Your kids is shot. Not my wife, not my brother-in-law. They did something to. This cat sat there and said the kids is shot. I jump up, Rico. I'm not gonna lie, but I draw both of my guns. I was going crazy. I didn't know what to do. I'm getting out of the house. It takes me about 9 minutes from my house to Shakeema's house now. I gets over there. They have him handcuffed on the floor. So I'm screaming, what's going on? What's happening? But I didn't even know they were dead yet. Believe me and you. I didn't even realize my kids was gone. When I see them take Jaquavius up, I'm going to the police, but they stopping me. He stands up and tell the police, you better check her out. She's a big timer in the community. I'm like, what? So the cop says, sit there. He cussed him out. Sit your effing behind down. He made him sit down. Then they see me screaming at him. Because I knew something. My spirit, my gut told me, you did something to my kids. They don't have friends. They friends are House of Mercy. Let me clear that up. They don't have no friends in New York like that. My children were raised from 2 and 5 and 12 years old. Since 1996, we came to Atlanta, Georgia, 30 years ago. Okay? They don't know nobody but Georgia's people. This guy said her New York people came and they were looking for Levoy, and Levoy was a big-time drug dealer. And this time, I'm going to say it, he said that. He said all these things. He said, my ex and whatever, we won't call whoever, but they said he had them killed, and I'm the one who sent them to the house. And he's telling the cops this the whole time while I'm coming towards them to see what's going on. The video cam from the cop caught all of this conversation, and they had to show all of this in trial. So everything I'm saying to you is from the trial episodes and whatever I went through, and I could tell you myself. So gets to him now. His cousin is there. Now, mind you, Rico, why would your cousin call at 10:19 and said, my cousin just called me and said his wife was shot? 10:20, you see this white van pulls up, which is the cousin. Darius Glass, Jaquavius Jackson, and there was a girlfriend in the car. I don't quite remember her name because I'm really serious about these people, you know. And he pulls up 10:20. The operator says, so what's the address? He said 35 Windcrest Drive, blah, blah, blah. She said, sir, you're at the address already. He said, click. You don't know police got your GPS? When you calling them 911, they know exactly where you at. He hung up the phone. 10:21, you hear all the gunshots going off. Boom, 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 boom. He shot Shakeema first, they say. Who knows? Only God and them know. He reloaded. He put 8 gunshots in my baby. He blew the back of Levoy head open. Sometimes it's hard to explain the story, but God, he gave me the strength. If y'all have seen the way he did my baby girl, though, my daughter, Levoy, her head was covered. He covered them on the floor. Shakeema, she had 3 holes in her face. She had a hole in her chest, in her shoulder, which it blew out her teeth, her tonsils, all of that. And he put 4 in her chest. My kids were sleeping. They weren't awake. He sneaked them, and he shot them. And the cousin was right there. They gave him immunity because he spoke the truth. That no one came in, and no one went out, Rico. When they got him in the car, I went to the cop car, and I said, excuse me, everyone, but I've been meaning to do this story for a long time because I want to tell my kids is going to live forever in me and never, never, never to the world. Because he killed 2 precious jewels of mine for no apparent reason. For his dirty mistakes, for his deceitful life, for the lies. I don't know what made him do it. To everybody, they claim he didn't want to lose it, but that's not love. You don't love someone, you shoot like that. You don't. And you don't kill her brother for no reason. You took my babies for no reason. Nevertheless, moving along, they got him in the cop car. And I goes up to the cop car and I said, Bo, what did they call him, his nickname? What did you do to my children? I don't know. What happened? He acting crazy now. So the cousin is walking out. I said, stop. Don't come near me. You look like hell and death is all over you. I just know my kids' spirits jumped on him. Because, Rico, when I tell you they saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Spirit, my whole family, we are children of God. No matter how much you may see, how much I may show, but I'm an awesome child of God, and so is my children. Those are God's kids he took from them. I goes to the window and he says, I said, Bo, if it take me the last breath, I'm coming for you. You killed my kids. You know what happened. He says to me, you threatening me? You threatening me? I said, yes, devil, come out. And I screamed that, come on out, because I'm coming for you like you did me. This is when the yellow tape going around. I'm Brooklyn, New York all day. 57 years old in 2 weeks. I know what yellow tape is. And that's when my mind flipped. Because the yellow tape, my babies ain't coming back out. Not Levoy. Levoy? I'm screaming. Levoy? Not even Levoy. It's not that you can understand Shakeema, but you can understand a wife and a husband. But the brother, man, is the worst situation I ever had to endure in my life. And everyone, when I say, when you go through something like this, a loss of a mother, child, anyone, trust God in all you do. I couldn't hear the voices around me. I couldn't hear nothing but God. Because if I didn't hear God, it wouldn't have been nice for me. Because his family it meant nothing. And it would take you to that stage till you would really want to just snap. I went to snap many a times just giving up on life. But I'm here to tell y'all, there's a God. There's a healing God. There's an awesome God, graceful God, a merciful God. Because what I had to endure, 10/27/21, I don't wish that on no one. It's the worst day of any mother's life or father, because their father had to face that too. And thank God he was here. He was here the next morning without a skip. He couldn't believe it neither. He went in there the next day. He seen all the blood, and I couldn't do it. I had to let him do it. Because I just don't understand, why would you shoot Shakeema 8 times? Why? And this kid reloaded that gun. It's a .38 caliber, whatever you call it. These are some big old bullets. When I say big, big, big bullets, it blew holes in them. Shakeema had, they said 7, 8. She had about 15 holes in her. The bullets, the way they came out, the pellets. Levoy, it never came out. It exploded in his head. He was dead on instant. He died instantly. And yeah, there's a big old hole in his head, Rico. Mm-hmm. Wow. I never will show their pictures because that's not a sight to show anyone. I do have every one of them. I don't look at them anymore because, like I said, I'm healing. And when you look at something like that, it could trigger you. A mother, a father, it would trigger you back. And those triggers is real serious because it's breakdown moments, it's stressful moments, it's hurtful moments. Because I can't figure out why you did Shakeema like that. Over cheating? How many men cheat out here? How many women cheat out here? Leave. Go about your business. Do not stay. And when you got to lift your hand to a woman, you say you love your car, you love your mother, you love your daughter, love your woman the same way or leave her. Don't kill her. And it's a lot. It's not only Shakeema and Levoy that this went through. The year prior to that, another young lady, Miss Jackie at Fulton County, lost her kids the same way in Covington. Excuse me. The only difference with her killer, her daughter got satisfaction dying. He killed her brother. He shot her first. She didn't die. She played dead. Turned around, shot the brother up. At that time, she went and got a knife and came back and started stabbing him. But he did turn around and eventually shot her again. But all 3 of them died. So when I tell y'all this domestic violence is so serious, I really need y'all youngins, mothers, fathers, talk to your kids, even the grown adults. I even tell my 40-year-old is, if you got to hit her, leave her. If you got to go to the extreme to hitting a woman, leave. Because what I had to endure, 10/27/21, is nothing anyone want to go through. I'm listening.
Have you had therapy at all?
I had, but grief, some stories you may hear, and other parents might agree with me, that even though mine is crazy, I don't even know the word to say, it's treacherous.
That's extreme.
Yeah,
That's
it's
really
extreme crazy, but you hear other people's stories, and it breaks you even more. So when I was going through grief, I found out I'd rather go to a therapist because I could speak out to him about only my situation. Mm-hmm. No one else is there but me and him. I have my therapist, Desmond Mole in Covington. He was a Jamaican doctor, very good guy. And I mean, when he let me go, he let me say whatever, because there was a lot of pain and a lot of anger and a lot of hurt I had so deep in me. And I saw kill in my eyes, for my children. And any mother would, anybody, and I had to ask God to take it away from me because, look, crazy.
I remember meeting that young man at the picnic that I came to with you, that I took pictures for you.
Ashton's first birthday.
Yeah, I remember him.
Ashton's first birthday.
And that's the first thing that went through my mind was, that's that same young man.
And if you look at him to this day, you see the evilness in him. He was upset the whole time.
He was.
Guess why? Me. Why are you blaming me for something I'm making happen for you? I didn't take control. I let them be mother, father, do whatever, because I bought too much. I did too much.
I remember him driving around with the little car.
I bought that. My son bought the other one. He had a Benz and a Ferrari.
Yeah.
He was upset about it. And how I knew about that, my mother told me after. Matt, for what? She said, Zona, I don't know what it is. What I think it is because at when his interview to the police, he told them that I had control over my kids, that they did anything I wanted. No, Bo, my kids love me. I love them. The difference is you didn't have no love for your mother. Your mother was a bitch, Lakeisha Jackson. Your mother was an alcoholic. Your mother did things that I don't. I drink wine, whatever. That's my business, but I'm not an alcoholic. I don't sit and fall all over the place and beat my daughter up. She was beating up my daughter. My daughter had to move away. So the trouble was started way before.
And your daughter said nothing to you.
And she said nothing. So this is why I want mothers, get in your kids' business. I was that nosy mother. Where you going? What you doing? While they were grown, living on their own. The only one lived with me was Levoy. And he was ready to leave November. He asked me, could he leave November? And he didn't get the chance. Oh, my God, Rico. He was ready to move. I promise y'all. He said, Ma, I remember right before the month she got promotion to deputy sheriff. We all stood outside, and I said, y'all want me to sell a house? They said, yes, Ma. And Levoy said, yeah, I want you to move out, Ma. I'm getting too old to be. He's 30 years old. But I was like, Levoy,
He didn't look 30.
He was 30 years old when he passed, yeah. And he said, I'm ready to leave, Ma. Come on, let me leave the nest. I said, okay, we'll put the house up. We did put it up, but God needed it for me. I needed it. He knew I needed it. I needed it because he knew what was about to happen. See, the Lord knows before we do. He know every hair on every string on our head. And I ain't no preacher, no bishop or nothing, but let me tell you something. He knew. And he also, I want to say, he written the words on my heart to remember at the time of my sorrows and my going through and what happened with my kids, because I was like, God, why me? What did I do? I never killed. I never did. I never even ordered a kill, much less. He was like, Zona, didn't you get them kids back to me? You returned them back to me, didn't you? I said, yes, Lord. And he said, something else I want you to know. You belong to me too. So that's when I knew. And my aunt and them kept praying to me. Allow God's eye to be your eye. Don't look at the horrific situation. That's the word I wanted to use. But look at what God is about to bring out of it. And one thing, her son, that's my hero. If there's a hero inside of me, that's Ashton Jackson. That's my hero. Because he kept me going.
How old is he now?
He's 5. He'd be 6 in May. And that's my little hero.
Would you ever tell him what happened?
I have to. I pray God give me the strength and longevity to do it. But I'm teaching him now. Believe me in you. He knows that his mom is in heaven. He don't understand, but he knows. And his dad is the cause of mommy being in heaven. I don't hide it from him for one reason. I don't want nobody to grow up and tell him nothing wrong.
Gotcha.
I want to be the one to tell him what happened, because regardless to what, he deserves to have his own opinion on the situation. We may not like what he may think, or it might be something, look, I didn't grow with my mom. I don't know what the outcome may be up for him. But when you hear, excuse me, your two parents, your dad killed your mom, and your uncle, when he really understands, I want to be the one to take him to therapy. I take him to therapy now, and I take him, get him help and make sure everything he's on track. He's not acting, because him and his dad the same sign, and that's his dad regardless. And we got to make sure we good on top. But see, there's a different kind of love. He's raised with love. Jaquarius wasn't raised with no love. Here you have, they from somewhere up in the ghetto in Atlanta, Bankhead somewhere, I don't know. But he didn't have no love. He was trying to find his dad all these years, find out the dad is not the dad. So, he was a messed up child. And the brother was too, because you stupid enough to go take a DNA test for your brother, and then he turned around and killed his wife and his brother-in-law. What you think of it? And these, how you want to say, these Babylon and he over here, they no good. I don't want to be, blunt, but they are no good. They don't do their job properly. Their job is I think they did a messed up job for my daughter as a deputy sheriff. I don't think they pushed it enough. This kid should have had capital murder, not just malice murder. Yes, that's the highest, but capital is higher for me. Even if you didn't give it to Levoy. Because they treated Levoy just as they treated my daughter. They treated Levoy with honors and respect when they left us. But they didn't treat her with the highest for me. Because you got to always remember, you got, what's that you call it? You could always appeal. And you could do that 1,000,000 times. And it could be one thing. And it could be all over. So this is where we trying to keep our children from doing these things, because I'm trying to keep him in prison. I don't want to hear.
What was his sentence?
He got 2 life sentence. Okay. He has 2 life sentence. It totaled up to 80 years.
And did the brother?
Not one day. Now you tell me. Not one day. This is conspiracy. This is you help.
Yeah.
Do this.
Yeah.
Not one day.
None at all.
None at all. The cousin did until the trial was over. That was it. Disappeared, gone. So leave me like it didn't even matter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what upset me with Newton. That's what upset me with them. You didn't do your job right. New York, they all would have went down. Everybody was a part of this crime. And y'all all knew what was going down. The mother, too. The mother told my daughter the week before she died that they had some little, it probably was over the same situation. Mm-hmm. And she told Shakeema, oh, you don't know Jaquarius. So Kiki came home. I call her Kiki, her middle name. She came to my house and she said, Mom, what does it mean if someone mothers tell you you don't know Jaquarius? I said, take heed to what she said. A mother knows best.
And this was 1 week before.
This was she died Wednesday, the week before Wednesday. Check this out, though. Monday, first time I ever cooked gungo soup. Soup, nice. Told my daughter come over and get some. He just so happened to be with her. He sat at my table. He ate it's like I sat at the table with Judas, with the devil, I swear. Ate my food. My spirit said to me, I leaned over and said, Bo, my spirit telling me something wrong. But at the same time, maybe he wanted to try us at the time, but I'm always with my thing on my side. I don't know. I just sit in my garage and I have it on me if I got the door open. That's just me. You never know. And my daughter said, Mom, please. I said, Shakeema. I said, okay, I'm going to leave it alone. He laughed. I went to go take the baby. He snatched the baby from me. This is the day before, the Monday. The Tuesday, he spends the night out. You went across the street and you asked the neighbors if their camera was working. The Wednesday, you killed them. Excuse me.
So
even the neighbor testified for that. So we knew he did it.
Was he trying to say he didn't do it?
He said he didn't. He still say it to this day. He's not the one. He's never, ever confessed to it. The whole time in trial and court, he held his head down and wrote something on the paper. The only time that boy looked in my eyes was when I was giving my testimony, how I felt about what he did. And then he looked up, and I turned around, and he put his head back down. Not one time did he look up. When they had them on the screen, their naked body showing the holes and the this and the prosecutor and all of that good stuff, he never looked up at my daughter one time. He never asked his father, who talks to me, and asked me. I don't deal with them a lot, but last year I did. The father said, one thing I could tell you, Ms. Zona, I believe everything you're saying. This boy never once said, how is Ashton? I wish I could see him. I'm so sorry what happened to my wife. He never broke down from nothing. Even, I know a few people that was up in the place, and they told me the same thing. He never showed no reaction to nothing.
No remorse, nothing.
No remorse, no nothing. The only one he moved to was Levoy. When they was showing Levoy picture, he shook his head. I didn't see it. My cousins and them was watching him. Because I was up testifying. Something I was doing. They had me testify too. Because he called me that night at 10:28. Like I said, I gets over there. Them kids was dead. There was nobody to tell me what took place.
Wow.
But God and them to this day. But we know he did it.
So what are you doing to remember, in remembrance of them? What are you doing to preserve their memory?
Okay. What I do, I have fish fries. I do, well, one, I started off with the August and memorial of them. Every August I keep something. This year is going to be August 29th. Me and I thank God for my Nicole in style. That's my girl, Sinclair. She came and she took over for me because I really didn't have nobody to help me. I didn't know which way to go, what to do, how to do it. And I wanted to get this function going. For 4 years, for 4 years, I've been doing it. No support.
I didn't know.
None. Maybe I'm not getting it out right, and I'm probably not doing it.
I'll make sure I get it out.
Yes, the right way. You know, last year I spent all this money, no help, no sponsors, no nothing. Well, I can't say that because Spice Allen, Vibes, and Maxine and them helped me cook the food last year. Okay. So I'm in House of Mercy, that church where they go. I had Project Renewal. They help battered mothers, battered women. Find anyone in trouble, please give me a call. And I will put my number up, please, 470-893-4554. We are here to help one another. I meant to bring some pamphlets that we do have. Please forgive me. I had everything packed, Mr. Rico, and I left it.
It's okay. It's all right.
But I have some great things I want to give out. You know, some wristbands, pens, numbers, emergency numbers you need to call. No, I don't have a home to put you. But if I have to, I will. But there's places that they can help you. Project Renewal. Go back to Nicole now. Nicole is helping me get everything started off. So every week we decided to do the fish fry in honor of Shakeema and Levoy. Everything is going into helping them receive their headstone. It's going on 5 years. I have not put it down. It's been very hard for me. I'm trying to save a home, you know, for the kids to live, much less to put a headstone down. It's really, you know, a little pricey. And it's just me alone. Their dad is back in Jamaica, so that's no help there. God bless him. You know, we try to make and do what we can. My son has a little disability. He's going through something now, but he's getting better, much better. I almost lost him last year, Jesus. But God is great. He did. I almost didn't have no kids. But my God, I couldn't do it. I went there and I put the holy oil on. I was like, no, not this one, Lord. Give him back to me.
That's the one you introduced me to.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's thick one. Yes, that's my oldest son.
He was living out of town.
Right. Yeah, and he was living out of town. When he came to me to visit me last year, he got sick. Wow. He had a stroke and a seizure. I said, hold up.
Wow.
I rushed him to the hospital. They had to do emergency surgery on his neck. And he has no bones in the neck and none in the front either. He had deteriorate T4, T5. Everything was deteriorating in the neck. He played football 20 years ago for Rockdale High School. All my kids graduated from Rockdale High School. Went to college. Great kids, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I know.
And he got sick. Couldn't do nothing but have these surgeries. Now he's home, with me. I made him come back home with me and stay for a minute. I take care of my oldest grandson. He be 14, and Ashton. And we good. Until he move out, he can stay there.
How do you do it?
By the grace of God. It's God's will, Rico.
I am in such awe of you.
He gives us the strength. We just got to learn how to bring it out.
Yeah.
I remember Mother Higgins from Voices of Faith. That's my church home. Gary Hawkins. Beautiful, awesome church home. I remember one day I wanted to just throw myself down the stairs. My son actually grabbed me, Lamar, so I'm glad he was there during that week. And Mother Higgins said, Zona, you got to face this head on. I said, what do you mean face this head on? I can't do this. Y'all kidding me? Y'all want me to bear all of this? This is too much. But you got Ashton. What about me? What about me? Y'all talking about Ashton. I'm trying to make it for me. She said, Zona, pick up your Bible. I picked up the Bible. She said, use it. That's your tool. Start tearing the devil down the way he tore you down with the word. And believe me and you, Rico, I started reading every day what to heal me with, scriptures that, the enemy and why, and just praising and worshiping God. And, I stopped going to church, but I look at it online. I'm a believer in God. I just couldn't get around people. If you notice, I stayed away from the scene for a minute. Yeah. Excuse me. Because I couldn't go around people. I didn't trust no one. I still don't. No one. We can't be trust. You can't trust no one in these days. But I did have an issue with people. Everyone was a suspect. Everyone was against me. I felt, I ain't going to say I felt shame and why it had to happen with my kids. But like God said, why not? You ain't no exception to it. Things happen in life. I couldn't prevent. I couldn't help. I talked to my kids till they blew. They were all born in Brooklyn, New York, but two of them were raised in the country like that. Lamar knows a little more than them because he grew up in Brooklyn. But Levoy and Shakeema, those are my little country babies, I call them, They didn't know no better. Levoy didn't even like a gun. You mentioned gun, he running. I promise you.
He was a dancer. He was the life of the party.
He was. And he loved every bit of taking pictures like you, Rico. This boy would die to get out just so he could take it with you. And
I saw that in him.
He was determined to do it.
That's why I took him under my wings.
He was determined to do it.
Oh,
okay?
Yeah.
If y'all can remember that last dance he gave me at 50.
Yeah, 50th, yeah.
That baby right there, that was my best friend. But like I said, let's get back to the events we're about to give. So every weekend we're doing fish fry at my house for Shakeema and Levoy. We changed the name from Zona's Pull-Up Kitchen, which it is Zona's Pull-Up Kitchen. And I steam fish, fry fish, jerk chicken this weekend. We have the whole nines, and believe me, I cook very good. Nicole Ubers for her food every week, and I don't mean no little food. Right. And I also do deliveries if I have to. This is my way and my means of earning my income because I don't have it. I'm out disability. I'm not even working. They put me out fully.
You was always working.
Yeah,
in Carolina.
Always.
Yeah.
They put me out. I'm disabled at this time. They're not allowing me to work anymore because I had too many breakdowns. I had too many falling outs. I mean, me and you could be talking and I'm on the floor already. I didn't know what was going on. They checked the heart, everything, but it was my pressure. And I'd have anxiety attacks so bad I didn't know what was attacking me. I didn't know what I was going through. I knew something, but I didn't know what. And I didn't know what an anxiety attack to where you can't breathe and you can't come back. And that's a killer right there.
Yeah.
That's really a killer. And the pressure was enough. My pressure was going up over 100 and something. And they just said, you know what? We ain't going to fight this no more. Let's just take you out. They put me out of work. I get my disability and stuff now with the help of with my grandson. He gets a little something. But that's, to take care of the bills and keep up my home and things like that. But at this time, we are in need to put the kids' plaque down. And I don't want it to stop there. I want to continue on in the community so we can help others. We got a lot of mothers out here, Rico, a lot of fathers that are in need. They need to be spoken to. I don't care if we got to get them in here one-on-one and talk to them and see what's going on in their mind, their mentality. Everybody blamed this 2020, pandemic. No, this been in you.
But a lot of folks are not as strong as you are.
Yeah, but they got to find the strength, and we got to embed it in them. Yeah. See, my kids were born with it. They've been bred it. I've teach them. I showed them. And this is what I want to show other people. We could do it. We could unite. We could come together. We could have a ball. I just had an awesome time Sunday. Lisa Black Butterfly up the street invited me to her granddaughter's birthday party. We had such a great time, Rico. I didn't even want to leave. I took off my socks and sneakers and put my foot on the chair.
You always have fun at parties.
I'm a joyful person. I enjoy life.
You are.
I enjoy life. And I refuse, and I say this out loud, I refuse to allow my children's life determine my life. This is my life. God gave it to me, and I only got one. So if I sit here and dwell in what happened, we'd be crazy all day. I'll have you crying, whoop. So I got to make some, make some jokes and be, just be cool about it. I can't sit there because if I think about that, I would want to go after people, and they ain't worth it. You ain't worth my soul. You ain't worth my blessings. You ain't worth nothing. Because I tell people one day in life, I want to I want to meet my children in heaven. I want to hold them so bad. That's how much I miss them. I want to hold my kids and just tell them sorry. I was there. So you see, I go back, I can have this crazy happy, but I want to hold them, please, God. That's my only wish in life, to go to heaven and hold him one day again. Because I know when they were leaving, they was calling out for me, and I couldn't save them. I know that. Wow. Especially Levoy.
Yeah.
He called out for his mother. See, she got married and found love. Not that she didn't love her mother, but, we as women, we move on. We find different love, not the mother love anymore. And we want our men to love us the same way we love them. But he didn't love my daughter. He didn't love her. He didn't care for Shakeema. Because that's not love. And this supposed to be your only baby. And this is the thing. And you had the baby there in the house. To this day, Rico, the baby can't take loud noise because the gunshots messed up his ears. He only 5.
5 years old. Give the folks your number again, the address where they can.
Okay. My phone number is 470-893-4554. And we also have a flyer that's coming out April 3rd. I do have it, but I don't have it in hand for you to show it from. But we'll get it. I will send it to you. April 3rd, but it's at a different location. It's not at my location.
Okay.
And we got to get that out. It's at in Lithonia.
Okay.
We're going to do it in the big backyard, and we doing fish, and the kids are eating free.
Okay.
We're going to have hot dogs, hamburgers for the children. But the fish fry, escovitch, we're going to have steam, roast, baked macaroni, baked chicken, jerk chicken, a whole lot of things we're going to have from them. And we just want everybody to come out. And I need my community people, please do understand. Zona Inman is really asking you guys to come out and support me and help me on this. I never came out and asked too much except for when the kids died. Every year I have the gathering for you guys to come and join me. But please, this year, let's make it happen for me and allow me to put my kids and myself at peace with their name on their gravesite. That's all I ask the community to do. And I mean everybody. I've been supporting this place 30 years this year.
Yeah.
I'm 30 years in, y'all. Okay? I think I deserve that now, please. And I don't beg. I don't ask. I just come and enjoy my time with you all. So please come join us, me and Nicole and Anne-Marie at their sister. I can't remember the address, but we'll get it out to you all April 3rd, Good Friday, which is 2 days before my birthday.
And in case you need to donate or whatever, just let me know and I'll direct you to
Yes.
her. So
And to donate, my Cash App is $470-893-4554. My Zelle is the same number, Zona Inman, ZONA, last name INMAN, and it's 470-893-4554. Anyway, and we do have a GoFundMe as well, and it is under my name. So if you could please donate, we really appreciate it. Let's do it, make it happen, and help others that's in need of our help and our service. Thank you much.
Once again, you are the strongest.
Thank you.
Strongest person I know.
I appreciate that. Y'all see something I didn't see in myself, but I thank y'all for that. I really do. Yeah. I do.
This has got to be one of the hardest podcasts I've ever done.
Oh gosh, I know, and I hope. No, I just hope I reach out to people, and if they need help and they need support, give me a call, please. And I say it again, my Cash App, Zelle, and my phone number is the same, 470-893-4554. I'm always there, always. And I go out and I feed the homeless a lot as well. So please give me a call.
My special guest, Zona. Again, I wish it was under different circumstances, but
Yes.
it needed to be done.
Yes, and I thank you. I thank you.
My pleasure.
And I want y'all to know, give me a call if you need that talk. Don't beat up that girlfriend and don't beat up your boyfriends. And be respectful and love on each other, not hate no more. God bless.
God bless you. We'll catch you next time on another edition of Take 5.
Delivery. Wow, listen to them. Should I do something? It's not my business.
I cannot do this anymore!
Okay, no, something's not right. I'm just gonna call 911. Someone could get hurt.
If you suspect domestic violence taking place, call 911 for help. Your phone call can save a life.